Oh, I see the sedatives have finally worn off. It's a pleasure to see you again, old friend. I suggest you don't struggle so much. If you do, the restraints will only tighten around you. I was surprised to learn that you survived the destruction of Skywalker's temple all those years ago. I was sure that the only one I left behind, alive, was Skywalker himself. I guess you're stronger than I remember. You certainly put up a fight against my men on the planet's surface. No, I did not forget you. How could I have? All those days, all those years as Padawans together could not be so easily forgotten. Our youth spent dueling each other with wooden rods, anticipating the day we would finally earn our lightsabers. The hours we spent trying to become one with the Force, stacking rocks upon each other, without ever touching them with our hands and anticipating when they would topple over. I recall that you were not the most sensitive with the Force, but you were certainly the most eager among us. Eager to learn the ways of the Force. So excited to be the student of Luke Skywalker himself, to follow in his footsteps. When we had grown older, and the time came to make your choice, you betrayed me, your lifelong friend, in order to defend Skywalker. You had to help defend that puny temple. Always ready to come to Skywalker's aid. You could have been my right hand among the Knights of Ren, had you accepted my offer. If you or anyone else had joined me, they would have been spared an untimely end. What a shame that no one did. I thought that if any of you had survived its initial collapse, the fire that consumed it would have been your end. And yet here you are, very much alive. You wandered the galaxy, moving from planet to planet, stowing away aboard freighters and scavenging to stay alive. You eventually managed to find your way to Takar and join the Resistance. I'm sure General Organa was happy to have another among her ranks. Your mind has grown weaker since our days at the temple. I can see your memories quite clearly. Those horrible days after Skywalker's disappearance, begging on the streets of Coruscant, hunting for food on Takodana, taking up belittling mining jobs on Kessel. Even amongst the rebels, you still were of little value to them. They tried to teach you to fly an X-Wing, but you never were good enough to fly into battle. And your artillery training was so limited you could not fight on the ground. The most you could do was be another voice in the control center. Your connection to the Force faded with every day that passed. And still, the General remained fond of you. Perhaps you reminded her of her brother, vanished into thin air. Or perhaps you remind her of her son, forever lost on the day that temple burned. Silence! Do not call me by that name! Ben Solo is dead. Any semblance of him died alongside his father. I am Kylo Ren, leader of the First Order, heir apparent of the Dark Lord Vader himself. Old friend, I ask you only one thing. do not wish to know the location of the Resistance. I do not want to know what weapons they are using nor their plans against the First Order. Just answer this one question for me, and I will let you go without another scratch. Where is the girl? Don't play dumb with me. You know who I'm talking about. The desert mouse from Jakku, the one who aided you all in the destruction of Starkiller Base. You know I can take whatever I want from your feeble mind. Don't fight it. It will only hurt you more. I can read through your mind as easily as any text. Yes. Give in. Show me the aftermath of the end of the Starkiller. The Falcon returning, devoid of Han Solo. FN 2187, the traitor, comatose. That R2 unit, the one Skywalker was so fond of, awakening after years of slumber. The girl, Rey, leaving with the map. Where was she going? Tell me where she was going. No, you're resisting. Where is Skywalker? Open your mind to me. You will tell me now, or you will suffer. Show me! Surely, you remember this. Yes. Let fear bring back your memories. The day you received your lightsaber, still a child. You were so impatient to use it at last. Too impatient. The blade grazed the skin on your arm. Searing hot. Almost too much to bear it. It was the greatest pain you have ever felt. I remember that day too, old friend. Your screams of agony, the bright red of your tender wound. A horrible, ghastly red. And I see that you still have the scar from the incident. And now here you are again, face to face with my lightsaber. You will tell me the location of Skywalker and the girl. You will feel that intense pain once again. Silence. Very well then. What are you doing? You've inhibited my arms from moving. No, you're not this strong. You haven't done this in years. No! Don't move my fingers! You filthy weakling! Unhand me at once! So, you can only hold me back for so long, is that so? Oh. Are you exhausted? That must have taken the last bit of energy out of you. You look ready to succumb to unconsciousness. I was going to throw you out into some inhospitable planet, but you still might be of use to me. Guards, take the prisoner to the high-security cell. You are stronger than you and I realize. Perhaps, once you wake up again, you will come to your senses. I can take you to the Supreme Leader, and you will tell us both what we want to hear. Pleasant dreams, old friend.